What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G. Back at it. You already know. Spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing, and it will help out this channel. So today, I wanted to speak on a sensitive topic, and I dropped a short of a homie that's been going viral lately. Let's go ahead and play that clip, and then I'm gonna get into the video. I'm gonna get into the comments, the back and forth, so on and so forth. Now, let's play the video that started this whole topic to begin with. Now, I seen this video going viral. I believe it was on Florida Foods or one of those pages. The next thing you know, I see it on the Foods Gone Wild page. And they sent it to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drop it in a short. And then I'm going to do a video on it. Not only giving you guys my perspective, but in the comments, the people have spoken. The people have spoken, and we going to see how everybody feels. And it's not just me giving you my reaction. Like I said, the people have spoken, and we gonna give the people a voice. So let's get into this clip.
Brothers feel offended about Mexicans using the word nigga. You should feel offended, because I feel like every Mexican should learn to stay in their own damn car and use their own damn lingo. I don't give a damn if you grew up around black people. The fact is, when you don't catch black people using the word essay, they don't use that word, and they grew up around us, so what gives you the right to use the word nigga if you're not black? There is no debate whether you grew up around black people or not. I don't give a damn if you're from South Central, where the hell you from. You should not be using that word. You are not black. You are an essay. If you're using that word and you're Mexican, man, you sound goofy. If you black brothers feel offended about
Goofy? Man. So let's get into this sensitive topic, man. I know you guys seen how to get dressed for the occasion, you know what I mean? So check it out, homito. Look, back in my days, homie, when I was your age, carnalito, this is how we used to do things. Nah, I ain't gonna talk like that, man. I'ma just be myself. I grew up dressing like this. This is the way that I grew up dressing. Lokes, gloves, you know what I mean? We had the little long sleeve button up shirts. I couldn't afford the Pendleton, so I got this swamp meat version of the Pendleton, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Lokes, bald head, and anybody that's come in contact with me, anybody that's crossed paths with me, more than likely 9 times out of 10, I always got these with me. I always got some Lokes with me. If they're not on the front, they're always on the back like this with the Lokes. A lot of people that I've ran into at work, honestly, they recognize me because of the Lokes. They're like, man, it looks like him. He got the Lokes. That's him. And that's facts, man. That's real facts. Now, let's get into me personally, do I feel like homies should be using the N-word? I don't feel like homies should be using the N-word. You know what I mean? To be honest, if we trying to stay true to our roots and uphold our culture, uphold ourselves, then I feel like we shouldn't be using that word. I reflect, right? I remember when I was a youngster growing up, one word that I would always say is Holmes. Anybody that knows me, I used to be like, what's up, Holmes? I used to even talk to the staff like that. I remember the staff would get mad at me in Silmar Juvenile Hall. Be like, what you say, Holmes? They'll say something or like, all right, I got you, Holmes. Be like, what? Like, I ain't your Holmes, you know what I mean? I'm Miss, ma'am. And that's when I started learning, like, okay, sorry, ma'am, or how you doing, sir? And starting to talk more fluently, like just the way that a normal person in society will talk. Even when I first started this channel, I always used to say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? After every sentence, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just certain mannerisms, certain words that us as Raza, that we say. And now, I do see why a lot of homies coming from Inglewood, South Central, Compton, Watts, why they use that word so freely. Because when we're in schools and all that, not even that, the music you listen to, that's all it says is that word, you know, the N word. Now, me personally, the reason why I refrain from saying it and stuff like that is because I don't want my kids to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? It does look wrong. Regardless if we want to say that, oh, it don't matter, this, and that, it looks wrong. You may not see it, but say you go to Mexico or you go somewhere with your people, with your family, your roots, and you talking all like that, man, they gonna look at you like, maybe we'll call you goofy. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like I understand where homeboy's coming from, but at the same time, it's like if you didn't grow up in the environments where it's like 50% blacks, 50% Mexicans, Hispanics, raza, then I feel like you really have no room to even talk or judge. That's true. And that's why he says that. Like, I don't care if you're from here, if you're from there, you shouldn't be saying it. It's just certain words, certain mannerisms. When you hang around a certain person or certain people for so long, you're just gonna pick up on certain words and certain mannerisms. And that's just facts. Now, I got a lot of black homies, you know what I'm saying, to where I be smoking with my neighbor on this side, then I smoke with my neighbor on this side, and they both brothers. Now, me personally, like I said, I don't use that word. But the one on this side, he kind of talks like that a lot. Like every other word, he says that word. So if we're chopping it up, shooting the shit, I might respond and it might slip out once or twice. And I'll catch myself, be like, man, hold on, you know, that ain't me. That ain't my lingo, that ain't me. And I'll catch myself. So it's like everybody, right? Every homie that's watching this video and it's like, man, I don't care, I'ma say it, so on and so forth, right? Think about this. Would you like your kids to say it? Would you like your kids to be talking and be saying that word? When it comes to you, you might be like, hey, it's nothing. But just sit back and think about it. When you have kids, would you want your kid talking like that? I know I wouldn't. That's why I use certain language around my kids, refrain from using certain words. And I know it's like, hey, you got rap music, you got school and all that, you're going to hear that word a lot. But that's why I feel like we need to educate them and tell them like, hey man, look, that's not true. That word right there, it means something else. That was the way that the blacks took that word and were like, look, we're not going to let you use this word to distinguish us. And that's where that word came from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know where that word came from. They think that it's just, oh, that's how you say dude or that's how they say fool. No. A lot of people were using that N-word to pretty much bash and minimalize brothers. So what they did, they started using it in their own word, in their own way, to pretty much take control of that word. So there's more to it than just, oh, you can't say this word. I think people just need to learn the history. Now, let's get into these comments. It says, I started laughing when he said the word though. Real talk, this new generation is so contaminated with it. He's 100% right on that. Facts, respect each other's culture. They straight up call us essays when speaking about a Chicano. Now that's true. But they say it out of respect. You know what I mean? I've heard them say, oh, essay, you know what I mean? Whenever they call Hispanic, I don't think they say it in a like derogatory way. You know what I'm saying? Or in a way like they want to like use the word like, oh, I'm an essay type. You don't hear them saying, oh, I'm an essay. But you got homies saying, oh, I'm a real, and they say the word. Like, come on, man. Make it make sense. It says, I'm Asian, and I say ese vato. I'm from Anaheim, Stomper, Westside, Anaheim, Rifa. You gonna come check me, ese? Like, come on, man. Tell this to all Mexicans and other Hispanic Latinos ASAP. It hurts to see how our people don't see the beauty of being raza. We are a beautiful culture. The OGs are not guiding the youth because most of them are doing time, and the ones out have given up on the youngsters because the younger generation don't want to hear us anymore. They are lost, so they look up to other races. Now, I don't think that's true. Maybe that's the way you see things in your city, but to be honest, youngsters do listen. They do listen, but you just gotta talk to them in a way where they'll understand. If you come at them just with the wow, 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 hey homie, check this out. Whoa, whoa, you can't say that, Holmes. Hey, we're gonna knuckle up. Come on, they're not gonna listen. But if you explain to them like, hey, look, G, check this out. When you have kids, do you want your kids to talk that way? You may say you don't care right now, but right now you feel that way because you're young. Once you get older, you become my age, you're going to see that you don't want your kids talking like that. You're going to be proud in who you are and your culture. Maybe they need to go to the pen and learn some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts. It says another thing. I've said it for years. Big Pun is the only one that gets a pass. I'm 100% agree with you. But it's a common multicolored word now. Blacks, whites, Mexican, Asian, East, Indians. Just about every race uses the word. And why? Because it's on every hip-hop music song. It's on every movie that is in the street movie. It's everywhere. I get the message 100%. But we are past the point of no return on this topic. Now that's not true. That's not true. I feel like we just need to spread the word, spread awareness, and attack it from an angle that everyone can understand. I feel like that is where there's a lack of, is people just explaining things. Maybe you gotta dumb it down for them. Maybe that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Get back to it. Boom. All right. So it says, let me shout out my boy John Diesel. He even tapped in on this one too. He said, man, that's LA tripping. I promise no blacks in the Bay or in Texas are tripping on the raza using the N-word. But I respect Los Angeles mindset. Big salute to John Diesel, man. It says, oh, gee, the dude looks like he's in his 30s. He must have been institutionalized. Someone butthurt about something. Facts, homie. They say fool, though, my boy. It's not even a contest, to be honest. It's not even a contest of, oh, they use this words, they use that words. Because, look, let me just spit the raw facts, man. If you want to really, really get down to it, we all jock each other's culture. We all look at other people's cultures, and if we like a certain style or something, we gonna jock it. We gonna jock it and we gonna rock with it. We gonna make it our own. Now, back then, it seemed like the raza had a lot of influence. You had a lot of older brothers dressing like straight homies, bald head, lokes, got the penalty on. They got it on like this, button to the top, out there in the low riders, you know what I mean? Back then, it seemed like that was the G'd up. The khaki suits, white tees, Ben Davis, Chucks, you know what I mean? Cortez, that came from the homies. Seems like now we're in an era where everybody is chasing that hip hop scene. It's not cool no more to be an OG in the barrio. To be honest, that ain't cool no more. What's cool right now is the rappers, the hip hop era. That's the era we're in right now. So instead of saying, oh, homies are trying to jock brothers or brothers are trying to jock homies, hey, we all influence each other. But one thing we can agree on is that word has a bigger meaning. Maybe we just need to educate people on where that word comes from, why you guys made that word into what it is now. Then maybe people will understand. But just saying that homies want to be like brothers, that's out, man. That's out. I feel like back then you could say then that brothers wanted to be like homies. If we keeping it 100 and doing it like that, that's just the real facts, man. But I feel like we beyond that. We past that. Ain't nobody tripping on nobody jocking anything. We all in this together, come from the same struggles and everything. So that don't matter. What matters is where that word comes from and the real meaning behind it. That's what matters. And I think people just need to educate themselves. It's your boy Santo G, man. Real, raw, and uncut. And with that, we out.